No, but this is new this morning, and that's where we start this morning. Back here in New York, I'm Bill Hemmer, and welcome here to America's News.
Welcome back, Bill. Good to have you back here. I'm Martha MacCallum. So we've also seen...
According to the police commissioner in Baltimore, on 2.5 weeks ago, right, April 12th, Saturday morning, Freddie Gray taken into custody. It was a 30-minute drive. They made at least 2 stops. He was not wearing his seatbelt. The police confirmed that, and he was not given medical attention when requested. Other than that, we have this Washington Post story that we're reporting on with Peter Ducey today. That's all we really know, and that's why this police report is so critical when and if we see it.
Yeah, we're going to talk more about what's in the story that was in the Washington Post this morning. Rudy Giuliani is going to be here and talk about the reaction in Baltimore and the new details that are coming out. We'll get his thoughts on that coming up shortly. In the meantime, we have a new jobs report that came out this morning. It shows weekly unemployment claims dropping to a 15-year low. So coming up, an amazing discovery that was found.
There's your reaction in the outfield there from the
people
gate. It was
jumping up and
sad.
down outside the fence.
Yeah, it was sad.
What is that
And
about?
what a shame. But they made a decision. They canceled the game on Monday night. They canceled the game on Tuesday night. Figured they could not cancel 3 games and still make the schedule work for the rest of the season as 2 teams try to compete.
Should have let the fans in.
Right.
They should have let the fans in. They had National Guard all over that city, and it would have been a great statement about the strength of Baltimore that they went in and played that game. I think the players, felt that way from things that were said, and they should have played that game.
I tell you what, I think
they should have had fans at that game.
I think the fans agree too. Let us in. Bring the city together. So that's how they played it out in Baltimore. That's the decision they made on Wednesday.
And that's all we're going to say about that.
That's it, kid.
All right, so there's a new poll today that shows that young people disagree with the White House approach to fighting. So it's a lake that's filled not with water, but with... More 2 now of America's Newsroom. I'm Martha MacCallum.
And I'm Bill Hemmer. Good morning. That report saying there was another prisoner.
Washington. So many, you look at that video, Bill, and it appears, and we just, that's all you can go by at this point, that he's kind of holding...
Monday morning about 9:30,
That's right.
2.5 weeks ago, and Freddie Gray died a week later from injuries. We know the police commissioner, Batts, has said it was a 30-minute drive, right, that Saturday morning. We know he was not wearing his seatbelt. They've confessed to that. And medical attention was not given, as you just pointed out with Byron, upon request. That's what we know. And now you have this report in the Washington Post today suggesting a prisoner also in a van for a period of time, not for the entire 30 minutes, but just for a period of time.
He was picked up on that 3rd stop, according to this report.
Right, he was questioned by police, and that's the account that he gave. But that's just it's another piece of the puzzle here. I thought it was interesting what Peter Ducey reported last hour, that this curfew may not last a week. The mayor's already indicated, though, after 2 successful nights, they believe, of peaceful demonstrations and people obeying that curfew, that it may not go 7 days, which I know the businesses would love.
Of course they would.
Because they're getting hammered
get
through
their
all
restaurants
this.
back open and their movie theaters back open, and that judgment will be made if they feel like the time is right. Hopefully they'll make the right judgment on it.
And just say one other thing. We talked about these protesters spreading to other cities. It was kind of a raucous night here in New York City.
You're downtown.
Yeah, and around Union Square and south of there. I mean, this went on well past midnight with the helicopters in the air, and perhaps that continues again. The other thing that Baltimore told us is about, when the kids got out of school, they can communicate through their cell phones. And that if you want to protest in New York City, you can communicate through your cell phone too as well, and you can organize this. And it was clearly organized in New York last night and a few of the other cities we watched. So
coming up, an annual bike ride to support our wounded warriors. President Bush. How did he do that?
I love that. Could you do that when you were young?
I mean, not in 5 seconds.
Yeah. You could?
I think I did it
You could
eventually.
do all the walls?
I'm pretty sure I did
Really?
it eventually, at least once.
That's good. I could do like 1 wall, and I could do like 2 or 3 from another, and then my ADD would kick in.
No, definitely not 5. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, nicely done, man.
Yeah.
And he clearly
MIT.
has a fan in his class.
Yeah, she's just screaming.
Well done.
So there's a brand new report that could call into patrol car.
It's a great gift.
A wish come true.
Nice touch, you bet. That's out of Hawaii. We're out of New York. We'll see you again tomorrow and Friday.
Hi, everybody.